Hi, Richard. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
This is Dr. Song. I'm here with my patient, Rich Rizzo, and my now friend. Rich, you've been here just about 6 months, correct?
Correct.
The purpose of these videos are so when people listening, they tune in from the net, they can find someone who's having an issue like they did. Because nothing makes you feel more comfortable than saying, oh my God, that guy was me. You know, and that's why I like to do these videos. What was your biggest issue when we met?
My biggest issue was the neuropathy in both of my hands and both of my feet, which led me to the Sunrise Wellness Center.
But how debilitating was your neuropathy?
It was affecting my everyday life, and it was very annoying.
And you're someone who works in retail. You're working.
Right.
You're working in a clothing store and a men's retail and shoe department, correct?
Correct.
So you're on your feet all the time.
On my feet.
So that must have really been affecting you. What were some other issues going on? Did you have any inability to lose weight, if I remember correctly?
Yes, I was heavy, and I had trouble losing the weight. I was poor dieting habits.
Were you diagnosed with diabetes when we first met?
No, I had no idea until I came here.
Okay. So I went through your chart this morning, and remarkable changes, by the way. But when Rich got here, he came here for neuropathy in his hands and his feet, and I told him you were type 2 diabetic. Your A1C was 6, I believe it was 6.4. Let's write the chart here. No, it was 6.5, and your glucose was 128. And your C-reactive protein was 9.2. Your body was inflamed. Your estrogen levels were high. Your testosterone levels were lower. You just were not functioning good. Your triglycerides were 161. So at the halfway mark, we redid your blood. Mm-hmm. And that was about 3 months ago. And you went from a 6.5 A1C to a 5.9. Now went from type 2 diabetes to pre-diabetes, and we're waiting on your third and final blood test of the 6-month program. And I know it's going to be below the 5.6 mark, which is going to make you a non-diabetic, non-pre-diabetic. But the oldest thing was, at the 3-month mark, your triglycerides went from 161 to 79. Your C-reactive protein went from over 9 to 2.7. Everything started to improve because we started to do what I said we were going to do. Instead of treating what's wrong with you, we're going to try to make you right. And how's your neuropathy? How much better?
It's got some of the feeling that came back in my hands. They're a lot better. I can actually feel surfaces now. I can feel hot. I can feel cold if something is rough.
It was pretty severe, huh?
Yeah, I was dropping things because you couldn't really get a grasp or a hold on anything. My feet need to catch up to my hands, but now I'm starting to feel the ground under my feet. When I walk, I can feel the impact. I can almost feel my nerves trying to stretch and break their way back up to the surface.
You
so
mean
it's coming along.
You're starting to heal.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. And remember, I told you when you got here that in 6 months, you're not going to be at maximum improvement. But I'm going to give you the skills so you can keep going. You see, that's why people join like a Jenny Craig or a Weight Watchers, and you know they do that and they lose 80 pounds, and then the next year they gain 90 back because they follow the program strictly, but they didn't change their lifestyle. Then they went back to their old lifestyle. Bam.
Put the weight back on.
Right. My job was to fix your potholes, balance your blood sugar, fix your adrenals, fix your gut. Get rid of inflammation, calm down that immune response. My job was to do the things that you can't. Your job was to learn this diet, understand the supplementation, so that you could continually improve. Yeah. How much weight are you down?
I walked in through these doors, I was 217. I'm approximately 187, a 30-pound drop off. And those are real numbers, not made up numbers.
And it's not a weight loss program.
That's right, and you kept telling me it's not a weight loss program, but I followed the paleo diet. I did a lot of reading on my own on the internet, books, magazine articles, periodicals, etc. Learned where I was eating wrong, the pasta, the carbohydrates, the sugar, got off of all that. There went the weight, and I took the supplementation, I stuck to the program, and here I am, and my hands and feet are getting better.
You're doing really good, and I'm really excited to see your final blood sugar, your final blood test, and we're going to really focus on the A1C and your blood sugar. Would you recommend the program to people that are suffering with type 2 diabetes, inflammation, neuropathy, things like that?
Absolutely, 100%. I've been telling coworkers, friends, family, distributing cards and telling people, and they see my results, so I'm a walking testimony of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
you've been great to us, and I appreciate it. You want to do me a favor? In a few months, we're gonna do this again. You want to come back and we'll talk about your final blood test?
I would love to.
Richard, thank you for coming in.
My pleasure,
All
thank
right,
you.
my friend.